Thank you, Coach. From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. The excitement brewing here in South Florida as a moment ago the Dolphins starters were introduced to this home crowd. They're fired up as well as they get set to match up with the Washington Redskins. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And an alley to run. Touchdown, Washington! He returns the kickoff an even 90 yards as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. So how about that? You want to talk about coming into a hostile environment and just silencing the crowd. They just did it.
Couldn't be a better start. There's no way. All week long they've talked about having this type of a start, but I think they looked at it from the offensive team's perspective. You know, get the opening kickoff. You guys control the ball. A lot of people are now going to say, okay, now your offense, will they be out of whack? No, not at all. They're going to be absolutely happy. They're relaxed. They took care of business for them. They don't have any pressure now. They can just go play.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, G.
A first carry for the converted wideout, J.D. McKissic. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. And if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48, and his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. The Redskins have the first down on a pickup of 18.
And the Redskins first down.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. They run with Adrian Peterson, the second active leading rusher in the NFL. And a short gain down to about the 33. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Dolphins' 33-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now it's AP, Adrian Peterson. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, there's 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends. They're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
Open man is Sims. He's got it. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A big third down pickup of 20 yards. First down, here's a run with Peterson. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. On second down, Peterson. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. The tally there, minus 2 yards, brings up third down.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there because this has been a pretty long drive, and normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let them down a little bit.
Yeah, allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff them for a loss. Here's Haskins. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
At their own 25-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to. Down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. The throw here caught by Devontae Parker. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. With Devontae Parker, there was quite a bit of chatter in the offseason that the Dolphins might not pick up his 5th-year option, but they did. And one man who's certainly happy with that, quarterback Josh Rosen. It's a guy that Brian Flores, head coach in Miami, wants around and in that locker room. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Under 10, under 10, 10. Check the...
Now Rosen looking to throw. He's going to let one go deep for... And this will be caught at the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Alert, alert, alert. Go. 56.
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
Mike, 56, right there, 56. Silver. Hey, exit. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. Switch up. Hey.
Here's Rosen. Flush to his right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Mike's 56. Mike's 56.
3rd and goal. Rosen. Flushed out right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Boy, such a good drive. You'd hate to have it end in 3. Do you think about going for it?
Absolutely. I mean, the fact that they've moved the ball so well should lead you to the decision that maybe we should go for it right here. Also, as a head coach, show some confidence in your team. Let them know you think they can go get it.
Sanders' kick is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So it's an old-school extra point that counts 3 times. So it's certainly a disappointment they weren't able to get it in the end zone.
Yeah, I can just imagine post-game, head coach looking at the box score, 19-yard field goal, grimacing a little bit, but having to realize that at that moment, getting 3 points was vital. Go ahead and get the points, put them on the board.
Let's go.
At their own 30-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
No.
Now Peterson running right. And some room to work. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards.
That's the end of the first quarter with the score Redskins 10, Dolphins 3.
They'll run for it with Peterson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. Adrian Peterson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. It's a short kick here, fielded at the 24. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40.
At their own 39-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 45-yard line. Wilson now in his 2nd season in Miami. First 4 years were in Kansas City. He's always been a solid complementary receiver, but Miami really hoping he can take the next step in his development, be more of a go-to guy now at 27 years of age. Now it's Rosen. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Montez Sweat has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
Check 50. Check your hot read.
Now Rosen. This taken in by Jakeem Grant. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Partner, he sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go. And let's see who's faster.
Quick dance. Go.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. They wound up getting nothing out of that 2nd down completion, so now here's 3rd and 10.
56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56. Hug. Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Mike's 56. Mike's 56. Watch the slant. SOS. Kill. Check 99. Kill.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
On 2nd and 9, Haskins. And this one complete to Reed, extending the arm.
Oh, yes, it works.
And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. A huge play there for Washington. 45 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Hey. You got three. Three down. Off. 5-2 is the Mike 5-2. Mike 5-2.
Now Haskins on 1st down. Being chased out left. And an alley to run. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Now Peterson. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. That play gets him 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Dwayne Haskins with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Switch. Tighten up.
To throw again on 2nd down. Rosen. And this is Parker, complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
You can't block me. Quarter. 56.
They'll look to throw on 1st down with Josh Rosen. Going for the deep ball. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Devontae Parker His second touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. Whoa! He just yanked that one well to the left and no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Haskins looking to throw on first down. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
Big stop, D.
On first and 10, it's Haskins. Now he'll escape to his left. They go with a shuffle pass, and it's complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Throwing again on second down. Haskins. Dancing to his left. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. And now it's Rosen looking. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Montez Sweat in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the gun, it's Rosen. And that will be incomplete. So coming up empty here to start the third quarter. Already 2 scores down. Got to be careful.
Yeah, I did notice, though, that the captain of the defense patted the quarterback on the helmet on his way out, pretty much letting him know, we know the pressure's on us. We're going to go out there and try and hold serve for you while you figure it out over here on the sidelines.
A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And the Redskins will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10.
They
try to fire up the run game with Adrian Peterson. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55.
Now it's Haskins. And he finds McLaurin. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long.
Mike 55. Mike 55. Here we go.
Now Haskins, 3rd and long. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down. Here's Tressway now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And not what he was hoping for there as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battles.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. It's picked by the linebacker, T.J. Watt. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Redskins touchdown. Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Here's McKissick. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
At the 34-yard line.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Here's Rosen to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. A Miami first down. That one going for a gain of 11.
That's good for a dog.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. just me and you.
Rosen on 1st and 10. Open man is Noah Brown. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. A Miami first down on a 14-yard pickup. Rosen now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They will run it. It's McKissick. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So don't say nothing.
Throwing on 2nd down. Rosen. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, but they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
55. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. 55. Who that? Who that? Kill. Hey, turn it up.
Rosen will throw. And that is incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. Here's another failure right there on 3rd down.
Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to punt for Miami. And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Washington offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Haskins. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
On 2nd down now. It's Peterson. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Redskins on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Get that ball. By 52. And watch that. And watch the ball. 52.
From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty. And it's 4th down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys.
And that's going to be intercepted. Landon Collins, the Pro Bowl safety. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Parker, the intended target.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
They start the drive with Peterson. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Mike 52.
Now on 2nd and 13. Haskins. This to McLaurin out on the left side. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Throwing now, Haskins on first down. Now he's forced out left. Complete. It's a rookie from Ohio State, Terry McLaurin. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Give the Redskins 13 there on a first down. They run again on first down. Peterson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
At the 22-yard line.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Second down, Haskins. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times just...
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Adrian Peterson, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
1-yard gain.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Double tight, double tight. Hey, 4 down, 4 down.
They'll run with Edmonds again. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. To throw is Rosen. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. All told, it's an even 30 and a 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Carry number 20 now for Peterson. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this 1st down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. 2 yards on the pickup. It'll be 2nd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Now a give, right side. Thompson looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
And it's 3rd down.
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down.
Watch the run. Watch the run.